Welcome to a Daxos Blessed by the Sun deck tech.
We're bringing you Soul Sisters, commanded by a Soul Brother.
I'm your host, Joe Cherries.
And I'm your host, BZ, properly decked out in Kenpo attire, and that makes us the Nitpicking Nerds. And before we begin, I just have to tell you to subscribe because I'm contractually obligated to.
And if he didn't say it, I would have had to punish him. But also, you want to be subscribed to this channel because our subscribers are 10% less likely to get sunburned.
Disclaimer guy here. Just wanted to tell you that SPF 50 is a lot more useful than subscribing to Nitpicking Nerds Against the Sun.
It's December.
That's why they're 10% less likely to get sunburned at this
No,
time.
the subscription is what makes it.
Oh, this makes it December.
According to my knowledge. I don't know if anyone would ever say different, but...
I guess if anybody who has seen this video in this month subscribes, they couldn't argue with that.
Let's describe the deck. Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. We're gaining life off creatures entering.
Well, should we read Daxos first before we tell them what the deck does?
No, we're gaining a bunch of life.
Oh.
Our creatures are entering and they're dying, and now we can read Daxos. Now they're tantalized. They're like, what does Daxos even do?
Daxos is white for a 2-star. His toughness is equal to your devotion to white. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield or dies, you gain 1 life.
No, under your control.
Under your control, I'm sorry. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control or dies, under your control.
Yes. You gain 1 life.
You gain 1 life.
It's a soul sister. He's a soul man.
He's a soul man.
Okay, I'm not gonna riff on that song anymore because we don't need to.
So let's get into our first category. We got creatures entering the battlefield.
Creatures entering. We're gonna take advantage of that life gain. First, we gotta gain the life. How are we gonna do it? What are the sisters?
Well, we got the Soul Sisters. We got Soul Warden, Soul's Attendant, Auric Champion, and Suture Priest. Soul's Warden and Soul's Attendant are both the same. Whenever a creature enters anywhere, you gain 1 life. Auric Champion is
Also the same, but it has pro red.
And black.
And pro black, which is whatever. I mean, it's a good block, right?
It costs white for a 1/1.
And then Suture Priest, 1 and a white. Your opponents also lose life when creatures enter their side.
Yes, and Suture you gain when your creatures enter.
All right, but we got the tiny creatures entering, and Soul's Warden and Soul's Tenant don't actually, they don't do anything. They're so low value, so we got to recoup it by drawing some cards. Mentor the Meek, 2 and a white, 2/2. When a tiny creature enters, you can pay 1. If you do, draw a card.
The wording on this card has been errated from tiny creature.
I feel like the staples we can just kind of glaze over, or the Nitpicking Nerds Hall of Fame, we're just not going to read them.
Just glaze over it.
Yeah, just glaze over it.
Secure. So, want to make more than 1 creature white.
Yes, a lot of creatures at
One of
once.
us want to make 1 creature. Secure the waste is X and a white. Make X
Warriors.
for
They're 1/1s.
It's an instant also. Yeah, they're
I
1/1s.
love the fact that these are instant. I want everything that makes X tokens needs to be an instant. I think all the ones that are sorcery are almost unplayable, unless they have haste.
They're much worse.
Yeah, White Sun Zenith, X white. You make 2/2 cats, and it shuffles into your deck. Decree of Justice is X2 white. Sorcery speed, you can make 4/4 angels. Don't ever do that. Instant speed, you can cycle it for 2 and a white, so you draw a card, and then after that you can pay X to make X 1/1s. So not only is this one uncounterable from spells that counter spells, you can still counter abilities, but it has different modes depending on what you need.
Yeah, I mean, also just cycles itself. I mean, it replaces itself in all.
Yeah, the 1/1s are free. They're literally just free.
The ones are just mana.
Yeah,
Whatever amount of mana you put into them is what you get.
Decree of Justice is a good card.
It is a great card. It is a very good card.
Even like fire it off for 1 and just block an 8/8.
Yeah.
And just draw a card back. That's sweet.
Yeah, you lost nothing.
Yeah.
You lost nothing. You gained 8 life for nothing.
Yeah. And the only sorcery speed one we have, because it's a creature, is Evangel of Heliod. It's 4 white for a 1/3. When it enters the battlefield, you make 1/1s equal to your devotion to white. Coincidentally, Daxos, we wanted to have high toughness for reasons we'll say later. Reason, I guess.
For a reason we'll say
later. And this also cares about tokens and devotion, so it's in the deck.
Another way to make turtles.
Turtles?
What am I even saying? Another way to make creatures. God Eternal. That's what I did. I was gonna say Eternal, and I turned into turtles.
Okay.
God Eternal Oketra
I love this card.
Makes 4/4s whenever you cast a creature spell.
Yeah, it's 3 white for a 3/6, and I ordered the special promo online. It took like 7 weeks to get in. So forever I just had this stupid proxy, but all it said was double strike.
It has double strike. That's the only thing I know about it.
That's all I bothered to write on it. That's what I think of every time I see that card.
Really cute combo here. Darian, King of, what is it?
Keldor?
Is it Keldor? King of Keldor.
The J is silent.
So whenever you take damage, you get that many 1/1 soldiers, but if you have Daxos out, you're gonna gain all that life back. So you're basically just not gonna ever take damage.
Can't take damage. We have some ways to keep our guys around. This deck isn't really pulling too many punches. I think this is actually a pretty good deck.
It's definitely really cool.
So if you can assemble that and protect your guys once or twice, you're not taking any damage.
Considering this is a good mono white deck.
I think this deck is 5 times better than I thought when I read Daxos. I'm like, what are we supposed to do? Then we started putting stuff together. It's like, oh, okay.
He's a soul man.
This is the best mono white life gain commander that I've seen. I looked at the rest and I didn't really see anything.
I don't know. I can't even think of another one.
Exactly. There's just
Rock's Faithmender is not a
no,
is not a legend.
It's not a legend. I think Daxos is really good.
So creatures die now.
Yeah, they enter gain life and they die gain life. So we can gain 2 life off every creature.
So we like that. We like that a lot. So
these
how about
next
some
2 cards, they're in the Nitpicking Nerds Hall of Fame. Ashnod's Altar and Phyrexian Altar. Sacrifice your creatures, make a ton of mana. Use them on the X spells we just mentioned. Use them on just casting regular stuff. Pay for the commander tax on Daxos. Go crazy.
Dude.
What about High Market?
High Market is just a land that taps for a wingding, right? It taps for the wingding, baby. Or you can tap it and sacrifice a creature to gain 1 life. I love that it just gains 1 life. It's like
It's
basically
the 1 extra life that you need.
It's like it's literally nothing. It's just to sacrifice a creature for
Yeah, they couldn't just put sacrifice a creature, period. Tap, sacrifice a creature.
gain 1 life.
That 1 life. It adds up if you do it 5 times.
It was probably more relevant in the format it was in. It seems. I don't know.
I don't think it was in a format, really.
It had to be.
Not as a major player.
Yeah, probably not. The cards were kind of busted back then.
Yeah, people were playing artifacts in like memory jar. Hey, High Market. And the creatures sucked.
All right, so another cool thing, face reward. So if you like sack all your creatures, sack your board, then face reward them back, so you get all that mana. Then you do it again.
All that life.
And
even just a regular, let's say a regular sack out that had no text and just sacrifice the creatures. You have Daxos out. Let's say Evangel of Heliod makes 6 dudes. Sack all the dudes. You just gained 12 life off tokens, and then 14 adding into Evangel. Evangel comes back. You get 6 more dudes. That's like 30, 20 life or something.
that's like 4 dudes.
30, 20 life you're about to gain. Faith's Reward is sweet, and it recovers you from a board wipe.
BC's never liked this card very much, but I always like it. I just never have a place to. I never had a place to put it.
It's just it's like 1 mana too expensive for me.
It is.
Because I'm considering Rootborn Defenses and Teferi's Protection and Eerie Interlude first.
Okay, that's
then
fair.
this is 4th, and it's like, how many decks need 4? Well, mono white token decks, obviously.
Or also, the ones that you return. A deck that wants to sack its board and bring it back and do it again.
Yeah.
That's the kind of.
I like that you want it to also proactively use, and your opponent's gonna go, oh man.
Yeah, it's great. It's reactive and proactive. It's a good card because it can do both.
Now this next card, I don't know if we're doing an underrated cards video anytime soon. This card is so good, and I don't see anyone playing it. It's Sevin's Reclamation.
Oh, this card's great.
It's 2 and a white for sorcery. You Sun Titans. You return a permanent in your graveyard, mana cost 3 or less, right to the battlefield, and it's flashback for 4 and a white, and if you flash it back, you get 2 copies of it. You get 2 spells.
You get to do it twice.
2 permanents back, yeah.
Yeah, this card is
great. It's white ramp for 3.
Also, you know what else this is going to sound really random, but this was also being played in Andrew Mangucci's last Legacy video. It was awesome in that.
What was he doing?
He was like returning Okos and stuff.
Oh my god.
It was cool.
Oko?
Yeah, he was returning Okos. So you can return like double Wasteland sometimes.
Okay.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, I think this card's great. It's $250 right now. I kind of want to buy like 4 of them.
The card's good.
I think it's a staple.
I think this card is in mono white. This card is one of those like
it's just a white staple, I think.
It feels like an auto include in mono white.
Yeah, this card's good. Don't sleep on Sevin's Reclamation. And we also have Revel Arc and Karmic Guide. I think they're also in the Nitpicking Nerds Hall of Fame.
They are.
They both get creatures back. Together, they can go infinite with a sack outlet.
We'll
you
talk,
know the drill.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, first, we're going to get to life gain payoffs. We're gaining a bajillion life off creatures entering and dying over and over, tokens, blah, blah, blah. But how do we actually use that?
Well, there's a ton of ways. We'll start with Archangel of Thune. This is a 3/4 flying lifelink creature. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on your team.
Let's use this to mention a distinction. A Johnny's Pride Mate is a terrible card in Commander.
Yes.
Just one guy that gets big doesn't really do anything. They can get chump blocked, spot removed, swept up in a board wipe for unrelated reasons. I don't like it at all. Putting it on your whole team, it starts to get ridiculous.
Okay, putting it on your whole team, especially when your commander says whenever a guy so this makes this and your commander, which is you always have your commander. So basically drawing this one card turns Cathar's Crusade. It's Cathar's Crusade now.
And this damage has haste. It doesn't have to, you don't have to wait for it. Let's say you have 5 tokens, and then you untap. You have 5 tokens in like Daxos, and you untap and you play Archangel and then make 2 tokens, and then sack the 2 tokens. That's 5 +1/+1 counters on your whole team.
Oh, it's awesome. I think this card is all right. I don't care. It's probably, it might not be true.
No, the next one is. If
think-
you're about to say Gourmet Bagel, it's the next
You
one.
think so?
Yeah.
Oh, this card's so good too.
Gourmet Bagel being the best card in the entire deck. Not like the bread and butter of the rest of it.
Fine. All right.
Let's get to the best card in the deck,
fine.
aka the Gourmet Bagel.
Gourmet Bagel it, baby. Read it.
Ugh. You just call me baby, and it sounded like
I didn't call you baby.
it sounded like girlfriend baby. It didn't sound like
You know what I meant.
didn't sound like
Gourmet Bagel it, baby.
Okay, I like that better. It's a Johnny, Strength of the Pride. 2 white for a 5 loyalty of Johnny. +1, you gain life equal to the number of creatures you control plus the number of planeswalkers you control. -2, create a token that is an exact replica of a Johnny's Pride Mate. This is so much better attached to a planeswalker because the real kicker is 0. If you have at least 15 life, more than your starting life total, exile a Johnny, and each artifact and creature your opponents control. It's a 4-mana Plague Wind that doesn't even destroy, it exiles.
4 mana, Plague Wind. You only have to be 15 above your starting life total. Easy in a deck like this where you're getting life everywhere.
Plus it nicks all their artifacts, all their ramp.
This is so, it's so good.
I want to play this deck just to play this card.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that even on a downside, you get to make Pride Mates, which aren't that great. But it's like, okay, if I play my 4-mana Planeswalker and get one, and now it either has to be attacked or it comes around and I can just get another one.
Yeah, the fact that it doesn't, that's not the whole card. Half a card for a Johnny's Pride Mate. Okay, that's a little bit better.
Yeah, this deck is so cool. And that card,
this deck is
Gourmet Bagel, baby.
Yeah, these 5 cards that are in this category make this deck look way cooler than if you're like, Soul's Attendant, how are you supposed to win?
How are you supposed to win a Soul's Attendant?
We started out bad, and then we're ramping it up. Dawn of Hope is next. It's 1 and a white for an enchantment. Whenever you gain life, you can pay 2 mana. If you do, draw a card. It also has 3 and a white, make a 1/1 token with lifelink. Does everything we want.
It has lifelink, it gains life, and it turns your, well, if you play any creature basically, because you're gonna, Daxos costs 2, so he's always gonna, just think he's gonna be on the field 95% of the time.
And
so
if any creatures die, you also gain life. If you make a token, enters, gain a life, block, gain a life, dies, gain a life. That's 3 separate triggers of, you can pay 2 to draw a card.
like if you sack,
So if you have 10 mana lying around, you can draw 3 cards.
if you have Altar to make 2 mana, you can sack to draw 2.
Ashn's Altar makes it pretty dirty.
It makes it into a really bad version of, not a bad version, but it turns it into, well, because the other card's so busted, Skull Clamp. It turns it into a bad Skull Clamp.
Don't worry, Skull Clamp's in here too.
Yeah, Skull Clamp's great. Skull Clamp is obviously in this deck.
Yeah,
'cause-
maybe
Do we need
that's
to
the
talk-
maybe that's the real best card
No,
in the deck.
doesn't
Like,
count.
that's so boring.
Doesn't count. We're not talking about the boring Gourmet Bagel. We're
Best card-
talking about
best
the
life
Gourmet
gain card
Bagel.
in the life game deck.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of here, Skull Clamp. Nobody likes you.
No, hold on. No, we need the card draw. Maybe stay.
We definitely need you in the deck. That being said, you're so boring. Get out of here.
All right, read the next one. It's very similar.
Well of Lost Dreams. Whenever you gain life, you can pay up to X and draw X cards.
Where X is the amount of life you've gained.
Yeah, X is the amount of life you gain. I did
Usually
not.
instances of 1.
Yeah, instances of 1, which is
That's
great.
fine. 1 is better than 2 for Dawn of Hope.
If you gain like 2 or 3 life, you can do that. Hit with your Archangel of Thune for like 4. Draw 4.
If you hit with Archangel of Thune, I don't know how they're not dead.
Oh, it's so good.
Because that thing is not a 3/4 if you hit with it.
Yeah, because you probably played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
Like
creatures.
20. If you get to play Archangel of Thune and then somehow not win, and then you untap, it's got to be like a 20/20.
Oh, it's so big. It's so big. And it's pumping your Daxos all over the place. Ugh.
And the last one here, Alhammaret's Archive, 5 mana for an artifact. If you would gain life, you gain double that life. If you would draw a card besides the first one, you draw double that card besides the first one.
Simple. I mean,
It's so simple, so elegant, doubles your life, perfect, great. Doubles your cards, that's really going to help us because every card draw is going to be even more potent.
And some of these ways to win are so easy. I say a caveman could do it because you basically you said it like you were gonna say it like that, but then you just didn't say it. I was disappointed.
Oh, I didn't. That
You
was
didn't-
nowhere in my head.
Oh yeah, I see. But like you let up with the first like few words, and I'm like, I was gonna say so easy. A caveman could do it, obviously.
Oh, this is going to be such a great payoff for me. I can't wait.
Winning the game. This one is so easy. A caveman could do it.
How we going to win?
Alice Norn is the start. This is the attack way to win. We don't push the attack way to win. We usually want to go for the other ones. But Alice Norn is giving all you guys +2/+2. If you have 15 tokens, it's a lot of power.
That's an extra 30. And also, all of their tokens and little chump blockers die.
Yeah.
Static ability. They can't. If Alice Norn hits, those things are dead.
Mana Dorks too.
Done.
Great. Get 'em
Oracle
out
of
of here.
Moldiah, get out. Deathrite Shaman, goodbye.
What's the best thing you could think of with 2 toughness that dies?
Oracle of Moldiah is usually the one we go for.
How about this one? Zergo Helm Smasher.
All of their Zergos, gone.
I think that's a funny one. That's their commander. He dies now.
I don't think it gets much better than that. So we should quit while we're ahead.
Next.
Okay, these next ones arguably even easier than Elishnorn. Felidar Sovereign and Test of Endurance. Felidar Sovereign is 4 white for a 4/6 lifelink. At your upkeep, if you have 40 or more life, you win the game. Wait a minute, you start at 40, and this is a dedicated life gain deck. Moving on. Test of Endurance, 2 white for an enchantment. At your upkeep, if you have 50 or more life, you win.
But wait, it seems hard to untap with these.
It can be tough.
What if we were some sort of coward that just wanted to win the game?
If you are the ultimate coward and you would like to go for the ultimate coward achievement, you can cast Test of Endurance or Felidar Sovereign, and then immediately proactively cast Teferi's Protection. Phase everything out. You have nothing until your untap step, which no one can do anything during. Immediately move to your upkeep, trigger, you win.
They can.
There's almost nothing they can do, but there's one loophole that we need to talk about because it's funny. With Teferi's Protection in general, there's a funny loophole.
Okay, I do have a. If they make your life go below after the trigger, you would still not win, right?
Yeah, they could kill you. The trigger has to use the stack. It's not like you just.
I figured. I
They
was
can't
just
stop. They can't stop the trigger though.
So funny loophole with the Teferi's Protection that is never going to come up. But if it can come up, there are ways in Magic. I don't remember them or know them off the top of my head. But if you skip your untap step, which is possible.
Yes.
Oh, doesn't Yoshe do that?
Yosei, the Morningstar, Exhaustion, Brineborn, Elemental, that thing.
So if you skip your untap step with like Yosei, then your stuff doesn't phase back in. But all other parts of Teferi's Protection stop working.
The rest of it wear off. You just have no permanence. You still have a deck, you still draw a card, you still can take damage.
You can still play a land.
You have protection from nothing, and you're probably gonna die.
Yeah, it's just funny that's how Teferi's Protection works.
If you're super frustrated by Teferi's Protection,
Put Yosei in your deck.
put a Yosei, put an Exhaustion, put that Elemental thing that I can't think of.
Oh, I don't care. That's so funny.
It's very amusing.
We found that earlier.
Phasing is tied to your untap step, because that mechanic is so stupid.
We don't have to tell you what this next one is because it's in the Hall of Fame for the Nitpicking nerd.
Yeah.
Ether Flux Reservoir.
Got 50 life? Kill somebody.
It's the laser.
What is that recoil though?
I mean, it's a laser that is able to kill a player. I'd say it has a.
In my head, it explodes and just kills everyone on Tarkir. I mean, no, that'd be weird. It kills everyone on Kaladesh.
Okay, they discovered interdimensional travel.
Yeah, they just.
So they shoot the laser through to kill Tarkir.
Oh my god.
Why?
No.
They're just.
Zergo.
Not your Zergo.
All right, yeah, it kills players. This is another one of the best cards in the deck. Not close. It's just going to be one of your go-to ways to just completely end the game on the spot.
Next, we have Reveler, Karma Guide, Sack Outlet. These cards just loop over and over again, and if you add anything into the mix,
Ashnod's Altar, infinite mana, cast Secure the Wastes, gain infinite life virtually.
There's ways. I mean, you can add like a Thraben Inspector, draw your whole deck.
Yep, Thraben Inspector, draw your whole deck. Reveler, Karma Guide plus Daxos is infinite life if you don't have any payoffs. How are they? I mean, realistically, that gets rid of half the ways they're going to win.
Yeah, infinite life is not. I wouldn't shove infinite life combos in my deck because I want infinite life. But if they're there,
this is the floor. The worst thing you could do is gain infinite life.
Yeah, the worst thing you do is gain infinite life, and then they have to infinite you.
They have to mill you, infinite you back, or some other way.
And how about this
or they could just win the game straight up.
How about this cute one next? Tell them about it, BZ.
Yeah. Why do we care about Daxos' toughness? Well, it's because there's one card of Magic that's restricted to mono white that cares about toughness, and it's Gauntlets of Light. It's 2 and a white for an aura. Enchanted creature gets +0/+2, and assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. It also has 2 and a white, untap this creature. We don't care about that. Daxos is going to be anywhere from a 2/6 to like a 2/10, and then you put Gauntlets of Light on it, and then it becomes a 2/13, and then you play 8 more Devotion. So now it's a 2/21. And then what are you gonna do? You're gonna play Rogue's Passage. You're gonna activate Rogue's Passage. You're gonna target Daxos, make him unblockable, and 21 somebody.
Then you pay 8. Then you play 8 more Devotion from out of nowhere.
From out of nowhere, somebody had O-ringed 8 of your Devotion. I don't know.
O-ring?
Yeah.
What did you have?
I don't know.
What has 8 Devotion?
There's Hydras with 8 Devotion. There's not any white cards. White doesn't go past 3 really.
I'm sure there's 4, but that's probably it.
Avacyn? No, she has 3.
There's not. I mean, I can't think of a mono white one, but
there's hybrids. Yeah.
That cycle one, yeah.
But not in this deck. It doesn't matter. Gauntlets of Light is the janky, backdoor win con with toughness that we have. I wish there was more stuff, but apparently this crappy card from M20 is all we got.
Yeah, I know, and it was just printed in M20. But this is the deck. This deck is awesome. For mono white, it actually got me excited.
It tantalized me. It actually inspired me to update my other mono white deck to have Savin's Reclamation in it. Because I just complete space on that card.
Well, that card's great.
It's so good.
I mean, just seeing it doing good stuff in Legacy was impressive to me. I'm like, dang, in Legacy?
It's slow. It's 3.
It is 3, but if you flood out, it gets 2 things back. It's insane. For 3 mana, getting back your best permanent from your graveyard, it's pretty good.
I mean, I'll take 3 mana for a Terramorphic Expanse. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not a mono white.
Not a mono white. In green, I'd say almost just don't even care.
Whew. If you were going to shout out some people that you loved, who would you shout out?
Well, 33 of them are patrons, and the other one's my mom. So the patrons is what we're going to focus on right now, because they help financially
That's
support the
34
show.
people.
33 patrons.
Yeah, but I said 33, and then
I think
you said...
I worded it right.
You said you would shout out patrons and your mom, which would be 34 people. You don't know how to do math. Good thing I'm filling up this time slot where the people are scrolling on screen.
If all of our patrons and my mom total up to 51 people, we are doing underwater box opening for Dragon's Maze. We're close. We only need 17 more people.
17 more people. You
And
live.
if my mom drops out, I'm gonna need a new mom.
Oh, jeez, that's sad.
But that's
if my mom drops out.
not if she dies. If she's like,
It made
I
it
can't support you.
It seemed pretty grim.
Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine.
if you
Also, if you don't have money for us, but you do have money for yourself, which I would hope so, then you can go to TCG Player, buy some cards for yourself, use our link specifically, and we get some random kickback.
Yes, and we would appreciate that greatly because
That money's
It helps
starting to
the
add
channel.
up. That money's coming in.
the money's coming in. We're rich. We're so rich. We've made tens of dollars.
Literally dozens of dollars. If you want to fuel our maniacal rage, go to the link. Otherwise, I think we're done.
This has been
Daxos Soul Brothers.
This has been the Soul Brother deck. I'm a soul man. Peace out, Tribe Scout.